can't believe it took them this long to get someone to check out that explosion we heard.
So you've noticed it too?
Of course I have, Mr. Attorney. I heard it plain as day, but yet everyone else seems so damn oblivious to it. They didn't even so much as flinch or throw a glance in the opposite direction. Even I get curious when the fireworks go off over my apartment building.
Would you believe me if I told you that an occurrence bearing uncanny similarities to this one happened almost 13 years ago? And that it happened right in the heart of my hometown, Revere. Its residents became the epicenter of the highest missing persons cases in this state's history. This incident would later go down in infamy as the Revere Massacre.
I remember when that was all over the news, playing non-stop. I had no idea it all took place where you grew up, Mr. Attorney. But, if I may ask, how exactly are these two occurrences linked together?
It's a simple explanation. At this very moment in time, we are witnessing history repeat itself. People are disappearing en masse, and not a single one of them have been found. What I'm about to tell you isn't documented in any official reports, news media outlets, online BBS posts, or newspaper clippings. The missing link that connects everything. On the night of the murders, I was woken up by a frantic phone call from two of my dearest friends, Heather and Monica. I didn't find out until later, but at the time of the call, Monica's family had already been murdered by the same individual responsible for the massacre. Just moments later, I heard screams from the other end of the line, and the call was abruptly cut short. But in that instance, I was able to briefly speak with the killer. However, it wasn't what he said that was important. It was what followed after. The line was suddenly cut off by an explosion, one so loud that I could hear it all the way from my house. The sheer terror that crept into my body was unlike any that I had ever felt. But the true horror had yet to rear itself. For you see, I had been attacked by the killer himself on that same night. I remember finding a decapitated hand thrown through my window. And that was when it happened. I was completely blindsided by the scumbag's dirty underhanded tactics, and was blown away by the very same hand he'd rigged to be a bomb. If it wasn't for the bravery of my friends, I would have most likely died that same night. They saved my life, and I'm forever in their debt. In the days that followed after the incident, there was news media coverage surrounding the mass disappearances circling 24/7. But out of all the interviews, press conferences, and eyewitness accounts that were recorded and documented, not a single one of them made reference to those explosions that rocked my neighborhood. Your capability to perceive these sounds while no one else reacted attests to the following irrefutable facts. The culprit responsible for the commotion just outside these doors is the same stand user who has eluded the justice system for 13 long years. The one responsible for everything. And he's very close by.
He never ceases to amaze me. Mr. Attorney's deductive and reasoning skills are top shelf. The passion that radiates from him, it all comes off as a stellar grand performance. It's one thing to see him in his element. I've attended as a member of the jury during many of his trials. No matter the case, he always manages to find the defendants guilty of their crimes. But to see him in action inside of my own beauty salon, and not behind the prosecutor's bench, he really is a living legend, a true ace attorney. Oh my God. Sir, are you alright?
What on earth happened to that man? Could he have somehow been a victim of that blast we heard? There is the possibility that this is merely coincidence. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.